Right, it looks like dog's been digging up. You can see that's what she's done. She dug a hole under there so she can lay where it's nice and cool. I'm going to fill that in a moment. She normally sleeps on top here. That's what she normally does. She just sleeps on top of there. Right, so that's it guys, that's it. Look, a few sticks, puts chickens off, stops dog climbing or walking all over. So I put a few sticks in there and it's in shade, so we'll just leave them. Should be okay. These logs, gonna move these logs now. I'm gonna move them logs, but before I start I'm gonna remind this it's got to be a voiceover because I can just hear that music. So it's definitely a voiceover. I'm just reminding myself, if it's not a voiceover, you know, I think it's safe. Right. Voiceover, voiceover. Let's have a look. Right, let me show you, see, termites. So that's what happens when you leave wood outside and it's damp. So there's loads and loads of termite. So, you know what's going to happen in a minute, don't you? Going to check these off. Voiceover, so I'll show you what's happening with that in a moment. Right. Should be able to see that. show you. See? So it's all rotten, it's got a lot of fungi on it. So what am I doing with this? Because it's full of fungi. I'm going to pick it up and drop it there. Can stay there, then I'm going to throw it there. Later this week, burn it. And then that's still okay. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Right, so what I'm going to do now is move these logs, the good logs, and I'm going to put them somewhere here. That's where they're going. Hey up. Nearly trod on that little chick. Oh, they're here. See? They're under this little bag here. So it's you. You're the culprit that keeps digging my garden up. So that's what they're like. You know what chicks are like. Right, so I'm going to move these to there. Voice over. Right, that's it, look. That's it. This is an herbal plant. Like I said, it's a voiceover. That's an herbal plant. So is that one. It's an herbal plant. Oh! No voiceover required. What are you doing there? Sat on your ass? Looks like Jovelin's relaxing. So she's relaxing. Right, so basically guys, talk fast and loud. It's really hot with this thing on. So you know, basically that's all I'm going to do. Because if I try to go and trim and cut some of these plants and trim them, wow, you know, 5 minutes you just burnt. But what I am going to do is, I'm actually going to move this log, that's for sure. Oh, you know, I actually am going to move this log. I keep talking. I've left that there because there's that much mite on it. Termite. So that's what I'm doing, look. This is what I'm going to do, hopefully. Hopefully you can catch our lovely butterflies. Can't see a thing, it's just that sunny. So, you know, just that sunny. So, I built all that up, made a rockery, built it up last year before. So that's what's going in, look. No, it's basically, it's rotten. So that's what I'm doing. It's going on there, look. See See all that dry grass? Hopefully we can fire that dry grass and we can use it for compost. You know, not compost, to feed plants. So we can feed plants with it. So wood ash, absolutely lovely for your plants. Right, so that's it. Like I said, I get round to these now. So I'll actually do some cuttings now. Right guys, they really need putting in shade, these. So look, so what I'm going to actually do, just do some cuttings. Gonna cut that there. Or I'm going to try, if I can't cut it with these scissors because I don't have tools, I snap it first like that, and then what I do is I tidy it up. Then what I do is scratch it. See? Scratch it. See that there, look. Cut that little bit off there. That will make a good cutting. Then what I'm going to do actually is just cut it down, and then I'm going to cut it down to there. Right. That needs to go in the shade. See, all these leaves are dry, and that's because Jovelyn's left them in sun. They need to go in shade. So that's what I'm doing, look. Cut all these bad leaves out. So I'll crack on and I'll make a better job, but you've got me drift. And I'll show you how to do cuttings in a later video. Right guys, I'll show you how to do cuttings later in a different video. You know, so you get some really nice flowers, you know. So I'll show you how to actually do some proper cuttings. Like I said, it's just too hot now. Voice over. Right, I'm going to pull all this back up. See? I'll go all the way down. Stick it there for now. So I'm going to continue all the way down. And I'll come back later and I'll tidy it all up. Ah, it's a frog. Here, look. What that's doing there. See? Yeah. Then be careful, because if it's a toad, they're toxic. See, I don't know if you can see him. See, look. He's there now, he's jumped. He's jumped in there somewhere. I think he's there, look. He's not moving, just leave him. He'll eat all the slugs and some of the little snails. That's what I'm doing, look. And I go all the way down the side of these bricks and I'm going to weed it. Let me show you what I'm doing, see? See if I can move. That's it when it's really, really sunny. Just cannot see it at all. Hopefully we can see. So there's 3 snails. Let me have a look, because I cannot see a thing. Oh, let me have a look. We're in the shade. Now you can see these snails, look. And it's these snails, see, these are baby snails. And they get really tiny, and I mean tiny. So these are baby snails. I'm going to get shut of them in a minute. So that's them, look. And I know for a fact that's probably what's been eating these, look. Snails. And I'll show you where I've actually got these snails from. Now hopefully you're still there when I come back. So I'm going to have to get shut of these snails. So let me show you. I've actually just pulled some of this grass. Now it's nice and damp up there, look. So I've just done this weeding. Got a little bit more to do, but you know, you can see It's nice and damp in there for them, and that's where they've come from. So that's 3 baby snails. I'm sure there's a lot more. So it looks like we're going to have to this snail. So look, he's on his bike. So that's your pest. 3 baby snails. So these 3 little snails, you know, I know there's a lot more somewhere because they'll have hatched out, you know, a month or so back. And I know for a fact these little blighters are destroying my plants. And I know for a fact it's them that's climbing up here at night. And they're selecting a nice juicy leaf. And that's what it is, look. So I'll get rid of these 3 little snails. Right. So that's it, you've got to go, I'm afraid. There's no fresh plants anymore. So that's it. I'm afraid you've got to go, my friend. Like I said, I'm afraid you've got to go, my friend, because you're a nuisance. Oh, that's him, look. Little snail. So, like I said before I actually get shot on him, you know, I know for a fact, you know, I actually know for a fact, but there's going to be a lot more hiding away. So I'm sure when I actually get round to weeding, I'm going to find a lot more of these little blighters. So, you know, what do you think? What do you think we should do with these snails? So, you know, to be honest, they're going in crush you. So that's it, guys. Snails here in the province, in the garden, little blighters. You know, they are funny, but we've just got to do away with them or they'll eat all these plants. So, you know, that's nature for you.